Hey everyone, welcome back. Yesterday in my time, I don't know about YouTube time, we had our adventurers Leef Wildmint and Meef Wildmint go through this dungeon that my daughter and I built, and they got pretty far. They got to a point where Meef was hurt pretty bad by the wizard. Today we are just going to do a one-off in this dungeon using Harper's Quest 2 rules and no preparation. So let me clear Meef out of the way. As for enemies, I'm only going to be using some store-bought minis right here. We'll see if we encounter anybody or if they are NPCs or what. As a reminder to everyone, here are Leef Wildmint's stats right here up on screen. Alright, so let's see. He's at the front door. I'm going to see if he can pick that lock. 13 under my dexterity of 14. Lock is picked, so the door is open. Alright, Leef is staring down the hallway. He sees that dead body straight in front of him. You probably can't see it, but it's this gray guy right there. He looks down the hallway. Is there anything that he sees that troubles him? No. That is our oracle dice. And that was a big NO. Okay, so he's going to continue to that first cross point. Alright, and he can either go straight or he can go up towards this door. Let's find out which way he goes. Alright, so for me, usually 1 through 3 heads him straight. 4 through 6 goes this way. So he's going to turn right and head into that corridor. He's at this door. So let's roll on our door die, which is a d12. Okay, it's open. He heads in. So he sees a giant geyser of slime or some kind of ooze and an altar. Is that ooze dangerous to him? Yes, but it seems to be confined to the spray. It's not really spreading throughout the room, so I think he can dodge it. I'm not even going to roll to that, but he does dodge it and continues forward in the room. And he sees the skull and a book. So let's see what is in that book. Harper's Quest 2 has a bunch of tables at the end for just this occasion. Alright, so I'm going to roll to get some adjectives and nouns. 17. Lash. Circus. Oh, 40. Substantial lash. Circus. So in the book, he is going to read. This is a diary. This is a diary of the person that is within this dungeon. They used to be an entertainer, and they suffered a pretty substantial injury, a laceration. So the person that is within this dungeon has some substantial injuries, and maybe they're deformed. Let's go with this guy. He's going to be this rogue. He's going to be within our dungeon. He's going to probably be the boss that we'll encounter after a couple of rooms. Okay, so let's see if there is any encounter in this room. There is an NPC. So what we didn't see in this room when we first walked in was a non-player character. So let's generate that guy quick using our D66 tables. This is going to be a scared hawk that has exotic beads. Alright, for this occasion, I have a hawk here. Alright, so Leef encountered that hawk. It's frightened. It doesn't want to come near him. Do I have any items that might help it? No, I've got some potions, a whetstone, ice bomb, and a rope ladder. So I don't have any food to offer it. It does have those beads, though. I'm going to try and pet the bird, or at least approach it slowly, see if it will warm up to me. No, it doesn't. Alright. Well, I think that's enough for this room then. I'm going to head back out the door and continue on the dungeon. Alright, we got to that door. Let's see if it's open. We got a 7. It is trapped. Oh, jeez. Alright, let's see what trap it is. Another D12 roll. 7. Spikes from the floor. Which I do have. So those are there. I'm not sure is if I was able to detect it. So let's roll D6. These are all in the trap rules in the game. It is not detectable. Okay. And now I just have to try and avoid it, because when I don't detect it, it will trigger. So my dexterity is 14. Let's see what we got. 20. Nope. That's the worst roll I could have gotten. The damage you take is whatever the difference is between what you needed and what you got. So I needed a 14 or less, and I rolled 6 above that, so that's 6 HP. Now that takes Leaf's HP down from 14 to 8. Alright, so he's at 8 hit points. He gets hit by those spikes, but he still keeps going through the door. Ow, ow, ow. Alright, he made it to another room that has an altar. Let's roll first to see who's in here. 18. I can already tell you that that is an enemy. Now let's see what kind of enemy. 60. It's an elite and a warrior. Okay. So we got our elite with his shield. Warrior. Alright, so we got some battles here to do. Alright, so we're zoomed in on the room and we have started the battle. I already rolled up their stats from my previous game. I'm just going to stick with those. Those are up on the screen for you. Well, this 5 tells me that these guys are far away, which means that if they're far, they're 2. Probably both right over here. So then, knowing that they're far away, my first thing is going to be taking a shot with my bow. Alright. Taking a shot at the elite right there. I have to roll above his armor class of 9. 14. So that is a hit. My bow has a d6 damage. So that's 4. Which means that Mr. Elite has 9 HP left. Alright, now it's going to be Let's go with the elite's turn. The last time he was hit with a ranged attack. So if I roll a 10 on a d10, he'll run away. If not, he stays to fight. That's a 2, he stays to fight. And he is a little smarter than other enemies, so he's going to move to cover. And I am looking at the AI tables that Harper's Quest 2 has, so I know what the enemies are going to do. Alright, now let's go with the warrior. And last time they didn't do a thing, so they're just going to charge. And they're far, which means that they can move 2 units, far to nearby to close quarters. Alright, so she is coming in for the attack. I'm going to try and dodge, which means I have to roll less than my dexterity. 13. Yes. Okay, so I get to dodge and jump back. Jump back to this corner. And next roll, I have advantage. So again, he is behind cover, so I know that that's a disadvantage when I shoot, so I'm just going to try and move in and attack her with a melee attack. This warrior got to roll above a 6. I roll exactly a 6. Which is perfect, because that automatically grants me what's called momentum, so I can do my damage, which is 1. Great. Then I step down a die and roll the next one in the dice chain, which is a d4. 2, so a total of 3 damage. They have 3 HP left. Warrior here is going to attack now. If they were just hit with a melee, there's first a chance that they might run, which is a 7 warrior. A 7 plus will disengage. So that hit was enough to scare her, so she is going to run away. Awesome. Let's have her run straight into these spikes. Alright, so she's gone. I don't have any chance to get a treasure or a reward from defeating her, but that's completely fine with me. So all I have left to deal with now is elite. Alright, so the elite didn't move or was idle last time. So they are going to charge. Alright, now I have a chance to dodge, counter, distract, or block. I do get +2 to my wisdom roll, which could let me distract and kind of get a pretty good distance away, so I'm going to try and do that. So I have to roll below my wisdom score. I get my wisdom score exactly, which is very rare, but super helpful because that gives me the ability to have a great success. So I am going to use that chance to bound off of this and get pretty far away from this elite. Bounce off here, come over here, because he was distracted. So I was able to get a free move. Immediate move. That was the outcome of that distraction move. Again, that's all on the tables. That I'll make another video that goes over the rules of the game. So now it is my turn. He is distracted. I'm pretty far away from him, so it seems like a good ranged attack option. 4. Not even close. 2 above his armor class of 9. So that's a miss. Alright. Now he's turning. If he sees me, he's going to close that distance and attack. I'm just going to try and dodge by rolling less than my dexterity. Yes. So I dodge, which gives me an advantage on my next roll. And I end outside of direct melee range. So now it's my turn. I'm going to charge at him, trying to get him with my flail. Let's go above a 9, or at least a 7. Alright, 15. My damage roll, my d6, a 3. It's down to 6 HP. Alright, he was just hit. If he rolls a 6 or more on a d10, he'll run to cover. No? Wow, okay. He stays and he stands and fights. So now he's going to attack me. I'm going to try and dodge again. Rolling under my dexterity. 9, yep, perfect. Dodged. Back to here. And I get advantage. So I'm going to attack again by moving in. I rolled a 7, but because I had advantage, because of successful dodge, that gets increased to a 10, which is above his armor class of 9, so I get roll damage. I get another 3. Alright, he's down to 3. He was hit, so let's see if he disengages to cover. 4. He does not disengage to cover. Okay, so he attacks me. I'm going to try and dodge once again. I roll a 9. I am able to dodge, so I get advantage next roll. And I get a little further away from him. And what I'm going to do now is, just so I'm a little further from him and I have an advantage, I'm going to move so I am far from him. And now I'm going to shoot him, give it a shot with my bow. 16! Yeah. 2 damage. He's down to 1 HP. Alright, let's see if he'll disengage to cover. 9. Yes, he does. He's going to come back here. Alright, well, he's drawing me towards him a little bit more now, so I guess I have to come over here. Now I have a long shot at him. 12, yep, that's a hit. And you didn't see that, but it landed. Whatever, I'll roll again. 3. Alright, so that knocks him out, knocks him dead. Sweet, alright. Whew. Alright, now that the room's empty of bad guys, we can investigate it. Let's go back over to this altar. Alright, so we see that book again. And we already read one book, so this must be another book. Let's see if we get on these tables. 45. Dart. Bugle. Righteous. Well, we know it's not a diary. There's a diary before that. It could be a spell book. Or it could be maybe a log. A judicial digest. A righteous dart. And I forgot what the other word was, so let's just say righteous and dart. Somebody used a blow dart. This is a trial, record of a trial. Someone used a blow dart. So maybe this is the dungeon of a magistrate for the nearby town. And by the way, all that shaking is from my printer. Sorry about that. I'll try to film videos when I'm not printing something. So he's a local magistrate. He has a brother or a sibling who was the person that was an entertainer that got horribly injured. But he's the local magistrate, and so this is just a log of his trials. So the magistrate will be... Let's put him in this room. Don't know yet if he is good or bad. Alright, well, I'm going to keep going. Alright, I see this crypt, this tomb. I'm going to go check that out. Is there an inscription there? Yes. And it looks very new. Oh. So, someone obviously very important to these people just died. And they are buried here. Let's see, we got a magistrate, his sibling, probably the parent. So maybe the old retired magistrate is buried here. Alright, let's keep going. Okay, we get to this next door, which you can't see. I'll move this guy. Actually, for continuity with the other videos, I'm just going to move the camera. Alright, we're at this door. There it is. 6. It is open. Alright, well, I see the magistrate. And he is sitting at the table looking at some potions or something else on the table. Let's see what his reaction is going to be. He is opposed, so he's immediately angry. What are you doing in my dungeon? So I'm sorry, I was traveling in the woods. I merely happened upon it. How did you enter the door? The door is locked. And now I'm faced with a choice, because I could tell him that I picked it and be truthful, or I can say that someone let me in. I'm gonna lie and say that a woman, I'll be referring to the warrior, the woman that I fought that ran away, she invited me in. Or, yeah, she invited me in. Let's see, does he believe that lie? Since, I don't know, my wisdom is kind of low, so maybe I'm not the best liar. Yes, he does believe it. Okay, well that's good. Does that change his opinion towards me? Yes, but he is going to still withhold some information. I'll offer him my condolences for his recently passed away magistrate. Say, I'm not from here, but it seems like a good law-abiding land, and I'm sure his magistrate parent had a lot to do with that. So that'll probably win me some points. And I'll say, what's beyond that room? Meaning, what's beyond this hallway? Is he going to tell me the truth? No. And he's going to try and steer me away from that. He'll say, it's nothing of interest to you. Here. Have a drink. And be gone with you. Walk out by yourself, or I'll have to find someone to show you out. I see this hallway, this door, and that's interesting to me. I know what's behind me. He's obviously not going to let me through, but I do want to see what's in that door. So I'm going to say, fine, no problem. I'll show myself out. I'm going to walk back out of his view. And now I'm still in his castle, and he's trusted me to stay here. What I want to do is find a way to sneak into that crystal room. Now I know, as the dungeon master here, that there is a secret pathway to the crystal room from this. And you just have to press some stones in a certain order. I wonder if Leef will be aware enough to figure that out. So I'm going to roll for wisdom. See if I can roll under my wisdom score. 10, and I get a +2. In this case, a -2, so that's an 8. So I am able to press this in the proper order. This moves back. It's on some sort of pulley system. So I'm able to go in here now. Is there any light in this tunnel? Yes, there is. Okay, phew. So I emerge into this crystal room, which is everything I wanted. I do see a door and a trapdoor. Not that I really want to see who's in here, but I probably should. But it just makes me afraid of what's going to happen. Oh, let's see. Are there any people in here? 9. Okay. Means there's an NPC. Let's see who they are. A mute. Okay, well that's interesting. A mute golem. With a pet kitten. Huh. Alright, well luckily I just happen to have a golem made out of crystal. And what is... he has a pet kitten. I'm not going to deal with that right now. But he's mute. Doesn't mean that he can't hear me. Let's see what his disposition is towards me. 3. He is opposed to me. Alright, so he's going to come... he's going to guard what's important to him. And I'm thinking what's important to him is going to be his crystals. So he's going to want to get between me and his crystals. So he's going to come over there. And do I back off or do I challenge the golem? And I really do want some crystals because Leef needs money for his family. Because the evil baron that runs his town is taxing everybody too much. Luckily, in Harper's Quest 2, NPCs come with some pre-rolled stats. So I know that he is 13 armor class, 12 hit points with d6 damage. Alright. And since he is also made of crystal, I am going to throw some crystal magic at him. So I'm going to roll magic in Harper's Quest 2. You just have to... it always hits. It just depends how strong of a hit it's going to be. A 1. Okay. That's great because I rolled under my wisdom, so that's a successful cast. And everyone gets one spell at the beginning. So my spell was Crystal Wall. Crystal Wall is a defensive spell, so I get to block some incoming damage. I get to block the next 3 incoming damages. Alright. Well, good. So now he is going to rush at me. Since I'm going to counter, so I'm kind of safe since I have some blocked damage coming, I'm going to try and roll under a 24 with 2d20. Alright, a 10. Excellent. So I skipped. I dodged his attack, and I got an attack of my own with my d6 melee attack. I missed the 4 damage. It's down to 8. Good. And I didn't even have to burn any of my... So my crystal wall is still up. Ooh, do I have a crystal wall? No, let's just imagine. We'll use our imagination. There's a crystal wall right there. Okay, he was just hit. And since he is not really an elite warrior or an underling, I'm just gonna use basic combat. There's two types of combat. One, you can use the AI tables. Two, you can just kind of hack and slash. So he's gonna roll to attack me, and if he gets above my armor class, which is 14, he hits. 10, nope. So I block that. Oh, my print is done. Great. Things will stop shaking. I roll above his armor class of 13. Nice. For 5 damage. And so that takes him down to 3. Plus, when you roll the top 2 values of your damage, you get momentum. Now I can roll my d4. Hopefully I can get a 4 or a 3. A 2. Alright, he's down to 1. Alright, I still have my crystal wall spell up. So he is going to attack. Oops. Can I do this with the stick? Probably not. Oh, jeez. Okay. Alright, so that golem is 1 hit point away. He is going to attack me. Oh, he gets me. He got a 19, but I block that damage, so that's good. Nothing there. I just have to roll above his 13. Oh, 2 19s in a row. What are the odds? 3 damage. Alright, he is done. Now I can tip him over. Nice. Alright, and now that he is been defeated, now I can take the crystals for myself. There's a door there and there's a trap door there. I think for the sake of this session, I'm gonna see if I can't burst through those doors and head out. Let's see. The door's open. 8. Trapped. Okay. Gonna see if I can detect it. Yes, I did detect it. Now I gotta see if I can disarm it. Now I can see if I can disarm it. 14. Dexterity is 14. Perfect. Alright, I easily disarmed the trap, whatever it was. Oh no! This is a surprise. There is a crocodile right outside the door. Well, wasn't expecting that crocodile. Let's see the crocodile's reaction towards me. A 5. Perfect. He's indifferent. Well, since that's the case, I'm going to scoot right out of this dungeon with at least 1 pocket full of crystals. We have an oracle in the game that tells you what random items are worth. So, a 4, 80. Alright, so I can sell that crystal for 80 gold. Plus, I defeated 1 elite, which gives me 400 gold, for a total of 480 gold for that little dungeon. Gold I can use to buy more stats, buy items, yeah, basically upgrade my character. So that was it. I did it all within definitely under an hour for a pick up and play session of Harper's Quest 2. Leef Wildmint has been on at least 3 quests now, and he has his little buddy Meef. So I really hope nothing bad happens to Leef and Meef. Alright, until next time everyone, thanks, see you later.